Talk to me.
Okay. Hello.
I hear you perfectly now.
Okay, great.
Coming into frame. I'm actually using the exact same microphone right now that I used on the movie.
Taito was in utero with us at the
Yes, he was listening to everything.
Hi, Javier.
Hi, Colette. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. That looks nice. You're in Topanga.
What's so strange is to meet someone for the first time in our bedroom.
You're in Montreal, right?
Yes?
Yeah, so we're in the same time zone, and then those guys.
People are craving everything that's in Thrasher because they're not getting it. The relationships, the getting to go out and like see your countryside and your country and all that stuff. It's just like we're all locked down and we're all missing everything that's literally in Thrasher Road.
I was on the shoot of a Playboy TV show. And like I went from the Disney show to Playboy, and then this kind of fit right in between me going back to Disney. I knew we were going to be out in the wilderness and there was going to be nothing for us. So I got a battery pack that they use in ambulances for their radio equipment. So when they're turning on and off the car, it goes to a battery backup.
I need some help with this, man.
So I purchased that and built it, customized it with some stuff to make it fit into a cigarette lighter in the car, and then into a battery pack that would give the proper voltage to my audio equipment. So if we were in the car, I would be able to charge it off the car. It would have its own battery system. If the car got shut off, the battery would stay on, the recordings would still go. So we had redundancy there.
How you doing back there?
Plus I had additional batteries in my recorder. So we had 2 sets of battery backups so we would never lose a recording. The recorder was a Sound Devices 664. It records up to 12 channels of isolated tracks and up to 3 mixes. We rarely used more than 4, 5, 6 channels at a time. And then I recorded a reference mix, which from what I was mixing on the day. We used Electrosonics Wireless, mostly SMQVs.
Better put your WMDs in your checked bag.
The microphones were mostly Sanken COS 11s, and then the boom mic was a Sennheiser 416.
Excuse me, sir. I need you to come with me.
All pretty traditional stuff for feature work. Usually something like this would be a 3-man crew, especially on a union job, but then I just would have gotten fat and lazy. The talent on this one was just amazing. Everyone was so great, because sometimes you get that diva who's like, don't touch me, or, like, don't you have a smaller one? Everyone on this was just amazing. They're like, whatever you need to do, we're all here to do this together. Yeah, recording from a distance can be difficult because you have to have the follow car be a certain range behind. And then when you're traveling through space, there's different radio frequencies that you're coming in and out of. There's that challenge. Luckily, we're in the middle of nowhere a lot. So I had the shark fins set up so they're in the car, kind of behind the seat. So like your head was there and then 2 shark fins on either side of your head shooting past you to receive the signal coming out of the car. The transmitters I put in the car, I cranked them up as high as they would go. So they were sending the maximum output to reach as far as possible.
Marker.
You're smoking.
Not in the car, I wasn't.
We were just literally out in the middle of nowhere, just driving around. I'm like, that place looks like a place we should do something. But I mean, it was such an adventure. And because of the nature of what we were doing, we really got to get a more intimate look at all of those places we went and all those people we met.
What first attracted me to Thrasher Road when I first met you was the whole Mississippi aspect, because my dad's side of the family is from Mississippi. So I immediately knew, like, Mississippi, like the heart of the film was Mississippi, the South, the deep South, and everything that goes with it, the good and the bad.
What are the sparks of ideas and how do you follow them?
It's literally music. I just literally hear music in my head. Whatever I see visually just creates a soundtrack in my head. And I'm like, okay, I'll just write this down. It's not words. I don't think like, oh, I feel sad. I don't think, oh, I feel ambivalent.
Hey, come on, pal. Take a look at that.
Whatever that music is that makes me feel sad is what I hear. We found the soul of Thrasher when we decided to, you know, go a different route. What would Chanda say about Thrasher? What is Chanda's version? And so that first thing was Mississippi Calling. The theme, you know, when Mac first, you know, goes into Mississippi, like that gospel choir. Because to me, gospel choir is, you know, going back along the lines of like my connection with Mississippi. That was unifying. I started with the overdubbing myself, so that's all me singing. That represents down home and like home and the heart and genuineness and what we're trying to find in our daily city-fied lives. I didn't make the decision consciously that I wanted it to be that intimate, that it's just what comes out of me. You know, when you look back, it's just like, yeah, like that's what I wanted. Yeah, Thrasher came literally when I was pregnant with Taizo. My husband Kent was alive, everything was wonderful and perfect. I literally turned in all of the music and sound and everything all over. I think it was, no joke, probably like 3 or 4 days before giving birth. And, you know, it was amazing time, you know, raising Taizo, you know, his cute little newborn self, and Kent was there with me, and then, you know, Kent getting cancer and then going away. But I can't think about that or talk about it too much, not right now. But yeah, like Thrasher has been really meaningful for me.
This heavy load I carry is on my own.
One of the songs that I wrote that, you know, that was supposed to be a replacement for the Sun House that's now kind of like an album exclusive for the streaming album. But you know, pretty much described how I was feeling. You know, I was in London alone with Taizo, just trying to, like, you know, do my own road trip to healing. There's definitely something to be said about just getting out and traveling, and, you know, that helps you find love where you've been missing it, or helps you heal from the loss of love, or things like that. It's, yeah, I guess I did my own Thrasher Road throughout the world. At first, you know, I just honestly didn't think that I'd be okay. But after that world road trip, going to Arkansas, finding, you know, the heart of my family and my roots, and realizing just how big and loving and wonderful my family is, and how big and loving and wonderful Taizo's family is, and I don't have to worry about Taizo being alone.
On and on.
Come on, Thrasher. Let's go.
So I wrote 4 first, but it was heavier than what we needed for that scene. Crying shame. I mean, that was just version 1. I mean, that just came out exactly like that. I think that's really what blues is about. It's, if you have it in you to say, it's got to be genuine. You don't think about it. It is your point of view. With 4 and Crying Shame, they were all version 1s. They were literally what came out. and you do it. I sang it into my phone, version, and I was like, okay, cool. Now let me write the lyrics down and send it to Linda. And then Linda just recorded on her iPhone. And, you guys just sent me a track back, and I just cleaned up the audio a little bit, made it sound a little more like, like we were in the same room together, and it's kind of like old timey, like just down home, like lo-fi.
Ain't that a crying shame? You must be Chloe.
Blues comes from a place of authenticity. It comes from a human in a place of authenticity. And as long as you have a human who feels that pain, suffering, sorrow, but is able to express it through music, blues lives.
Can I get you something to drink?
Can I get a glass of water?
Sure. Here you go.
Thank you.
Just go.
Just hear me out.
He said, get out.
I've described on the festival circuit when people have asked about the music, which they often do, I say that the magic that Chanda accomplished was to weave those different streams of music together, so it feels like sort of inevitably that they're all flowing into the same home.
Today I walk to the sound of my town 400 days and nothing's changed. Get on that train.
The songs that, Linda and I made, and the songs that Kelly and Pete and Joe all made, they came from a place of authenticity. All of the musicians that came together and created the sound, which is another reason why I think Thrasher is so touching and successful. Thrasher Road turned out to be some sort of prophecy for my life almost. It's crazy. So yeah, when I say the movie means a lot to me, it really does. Literally, it's almost allegorical.
Road movies to me are so much fun. You have the opportunity to display time with the change of locations. The characters are evolving to different moments in there, but all the sound is so clearly different. Samantha, you and I started the work on a spotting session, just going through the film on Skype. Felt really, really collaborative.
Hank?
It's the place I want to show you. I used to come out here and play guitar by myself. Or not by myself, actually.
The thing, if you ask about that movie, if we take the energy of the time to go record outside with car and the real situation, is because the movie was talking to us.
Go then! I'm done!
Personally, I don't have all the time this feeling. Sometimes we have movie, we have to do it, we'll finish it, it's all right. We do a good job, but the heart is not beating always the same.
She's mad.
Oh my god! Give him the money.
We had 3 days to mix everything in a big stage.
Right, which, yeah, that was great that you were able to do that.
Yeah.
But 3 days for a feature film is
It's
a lot
not
of.
much.
Stay. Set. Stay.
Having good sound on an independent film, it's really important. And it's really important to you to think about it during the shooting. It's a plus for you for sure.
Marker. Action.
Guard the castle, and you shall receive a juicy dividend.
Roscoe, speak!
And you shall receive a juicy dividend.
Production is so tied to the emotion of that scene. As editor, or I think as mixer, always I try to connect with that sound. You can start just sweetening and doing things to that, but always having that sound as the feature.
Important is to give life, right? So I guess that's what we do by giving layers of the location, the soundscapes, and the Foley, the movement, and the dog having a voice, and it's really bringing all this life and reality.
When my job is well done, well, we're not supposed to notice.
No one notices, I know.
Hey, buddy. Oh my God.
We have to be there to give you the color palette or whatever you could call it to tell your story you want to tell. If Colette was able to mix music, to mix sound effects, Foley, dialogue, and you got everything, that's because she's good.
You think he never gave a shit. You think he dropped you like a bad habit. You have no fucking clue. You're what he's running away from, even when you're 3,000 miles away.
Yeah, lots of love for all of you on that screen.
Yeah.
Babe.
Au revoir.
Au revoir tout le monde.
Bye.
Come with me. We could be having such a good time. I could